Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Usually, I play games like Call of Duty and Overwatch, but today I wanted to do something really different. I wanted to create a new series for my channel focused on retro games that I grew up playing. So, for the first installment of Throwback Thursday, which ironically is landing on a Friday, I wanted to review Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. Prime is easily one of my favorite games of all time. It perfectly transitioned the Metroid universe into a fully 3D first-person experience. And if you watch some of my other videos, you know I fucking love first-person shooter games. I grew up playing games like Quake and Doom, and Prime, took those fast-paced engagements and tight corridors and kind of transitioned it into a game focused on puzzle solving and exploration. So, if you're not familiar with this game at all, Prime is basically a non-linear game set in an open-world environment. You can jump between several diverse worlds, ranging from like these sun-scorched deserts, vast tropical forests, snow-covered mountains, and even hellish lava worlds. And the game not only looked amazing for its time, but it had the perfect sound effects and soundtrack, and it basically created this excellent feeling of isolation and distance. So the game really has two objectives, that you have to collect all power-ups, or most of them if you want, and basically shoot everything that fucking moves. There is a story to the game, but it mainly serves as a means to kind of keep the gameplay moving. There are a few cutscenes here and there, and there's actually no spoken words in the game whatsoever. Instead, the entire game lore and backstory is told through in-game text files the player has the option to pick up. It's actually quite intricate and gives a really detailed explanation of the game's events. Really, the plot isn't important to this game whatsoever. It mainly serves as some sort of fan service to longtime fans of the Metroid Prime series. So, Prime's gameplay is sort of like this. Imagine you're playing a combination of Doom and Mega Man X. While it's not very violent, you're constantly backtracking through worlds looking for upgrades. Some are easily found, like you can just walk up to them, and others require a bit of puzzle solving or an intense boss fights. Collecting upgrades is essentially optional. I should say that much, but it basically makes the game a hell of a lot easier, and it gives you really diverse ways to take down enemies. Weapons of the games are kind of limited, so you start off with a standard blaster that you can sort of charge up, and later on you find a freeze ray, a gun that shoots molten plasma, and another gun that fires electricity. And you also have this really cool device which turns into a small soccer ball, and this enables you to navigate through tight corridors or even drop bombs, and this can also be upgraded to climb walls or drop this really powerful explosive that pretty much kills everything in its path. Metroid Prime was a great game because it offered such a deep and rich world to explore. In 2002, there were not many open-world FPS games, especially not for console. It had great graphics, diverse gameplay mechanics, and it was basically the kind of game that kept you hooked the first time you played it, and kept making you want to come back for more. Unfortunately, not all players felt the same way. There was plenty of criticism about this game that it was kind of slow-paced between those boss engagements and between fighting, like you're just kind of traversing, looking for kind of tedious things. And a lot of players, like especially my friends, kind of thought this game was stupid because they just hated having to backtrack constantly. And the fact that the GameCube didn't really have a multiplayer was also a step back for this game. It kind of prevented it from really getting a lot more success than it should have. So the entire Metroid Prime trilogy is available for download on the Wii Market for about $20 American. It's a bit dated now, but if you're a fan of Castlevania and Metroid Prime games, or even horror games, I would even say, I would strongly recommend trying out this game. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think. Should I do more videos like this, maybe once a week? And if you did like this video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment below. As always, guys, stay safe and stay frosty.
On a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone drops to 0.